It was a rainy Saturday morning in Mumbai. Aarav, 28, a young software engineer, sat across from his childhood friend Mehul at a cozy cafe in Powai. They were catching up after nearly a year. Aarav was sipping his cappuccino when he said, "I've been saving, but I don't feel like my money's really growing. I've started a SIP of 5,000 rupee per month in a mutual fund, but I'm not sure if it's enough." Mehul, a financial advisor by profession, smiled. "SIP is a great start, but have you heard about step-up SIP? Step-up SIP? Sounds like a dance move," Aarav chuckled. "No, it's a smart investing strategy. You gradually increase your SIP amount every year as your income increases. It's like climbing a staircase, one step at a time, and you reach higher than you imagined." Aarav leaned forward, curious now. Mehul pulled out his tablet and began drawing something. "Suppose you invest 5,000 rupees every month for 20 years in a mutual fund that gives you around 12% average annual return. You'll accumulate about 50 lakh rupees." Aarav nodded. Now, Mehul continued, "What if, instead of keeping it constant, you increase your SIP by 1,000 rupees every year? So, next year it becomes 6,000 rupee per month, the year after 7,000 rupees, and so on. How much difference does that make?" Aarav asked. "Well, with that step-up strategy, your corpus jumps to 1.1 crore rupees in 20 years. That's more than double." Aarav's eyes widened. "Just by increasing the SIP gradually?" "Yes. The magic is in compounding and consistent upgrades. Think of it like increasing your workout intensity gradually. It multiplies your results." That night, Aarav couldn't stop thinking about their conversation. He opened an Excel sheet and started calculating. He realized that his salary had grown from 30,000 rupee to 80,000 rupee per month in just 5 years. But his investments hadn't kept pace. He'd been stuck at 5,000 rupees SIP for 3 years. What if he had started increasing it by 1,000 rupees every year? Just for fun, he simulated a step-up SIP starting at 5,000 rupees with a 1,000 rupee annual increase over 15 years. The number 69 lakh rupees stared back at him. If he had just kept the SIP constant, he'd have only 25 lakh rupees. Aarav knew what he had to do. Aarav met with Mehul again the following weekend. "I'm in," Aarav said. "Let's set up a step-up SIP of 5,000 rupee per month, and I'll increase it by 1,000 rupees every year." Mehul smiled. "Perfect. Most people forget that their expenses grow with time, but so does their income. If you don't step up your investments, you're just falling behind." They set up the SIP in a diversified equity mutual fund and selected the auto step-up feature. Many mutual fund platforms now offer this option: simple, automatic, and effective. Over the next few years, life unfolded. Aarav got promoted, switched jobs, even bought a car. He got married at 32. Expenses rose, but thanks to discipline and Mehul's guidance, he increased his SIP without fail every year. Some years were tough. When his wife Priya took a maternity break, money was tight. That year, they only increased their SIP by 500 rupees instead of 1,000 rupees. But they never stopped. Priya, a teacher by profession, also started her own SIP journey after watching Aarav's steady growth. There were times when the market crashed, like in 2030 when global markets dipped. Aarav saw his portfolio in red. Panicking, he called Mehul. "Relax," Mehul said. "That's the beauty of SIP and step-up SIP. You're investing more when the market is down, which means buying more units at a lower price. This volatility actually works in your favor." True to Mehul's word, the market bounced back a year later, and Aarav saw massive gain because of the units he had bought at lower prices. He learned not to time the market, but to spend time in the market. At age 45, Aarav looked back at his investment journey. He had continued his step-up SIP faithfully, starting at 5,000 rupees, increasing it by 1,000 rupees every year for 17 years. His total investment over that period was 25.5 lakh rupees. But the corpus? 1.2 crore rupees. He had become a crorepati Not by chasing returns, but by consistency and a smart step-up strategy. One Sunday, Aarav was helping his 12-year-old son Arjun with a math project on compound interest. He smiled and drew a graph showing how 5,000 rupees per month with step-up grew much faster than a flat SIP. Remember this, Arjun, he said, life and money both grow best when you stretch yourself a little each year. That's the power of step-up. Here's a quick summary for readers like Aarav. Step-up SIP means increasing your monthly SIP amount every year, usually in line with your salary hikes. Even a modest annual increase, like 500 rupees or 1,000 rupees, significantly boosts your final corpus thanks to compounding. It aligns with real-life income growth, making your investments future-proof. Most mutual fund apps platforms now allow auto step-up. It encourages discipline, long-term thinking, and wealth creation without feeling like a burden. Final thought. Your first SIP might seem small, but when you step up each year, you're not just increasing a number, you're stepping into a future of financial freedom.